everyone. I am here with a long time friend of mine, Tim Toe, founder, CEO of Applied OLEP. Tim, we've been friends for a long time, and at our age, I can't even remember how long. We've known each other 5 years, 10?
Yeah, 25, 27, who knows? We don't know.
So,
Does that mean that we're old? I refuse to believe that, Edward.
I choose to believe I'm immortal until proven otherwise, so
Okay.
it doesn't matter how old we get, we can
Yeah.
live forever.
Excellent.
So, tell me, way back when, how has the company evolved? How has the product evolved?
Well, we started the company in 1998, right? So I started this company to do better user interfaces around S-Base. It was the original thing. It was that for many years, actually. So we had a lot of customers who were doing VBA type functionalities way back in the day, way before I started my company. I thought there was a better solution actually to be had. So wrote a product and we gained a number of customers early. And some of those customers are still using that product, believe it or not. We can't believe it, but it just evolved. We went through a technology revolution with .NET on our side. So we had a complete rewrite, redesign of the product. And that was a brutal thing to go through, but it set us up for a great foundation for the future. And today, companies are using that product for mission critical systems all over the world.
So a lot of people are aware that Dodeca is across the company, but they're not really aware of the breadth. How many people use it, how many users out there are. Give me an example or two of some of the massive Dodeca implementations.
Sure. So one of our biggest customers is the Kroger company. So Kroger has about 30,000 users. They have people in grocery stores using this product to hit S-Base, relational, they hit Azure. They don't know that those data sources are there, by the way. They're just trying to get the report they want. It's, gives them a spreadsheet, but they have no idea that the data is being sourced from different places. And it just happens automatically. It's easy for them. It's dependable, repeatable. It's a really nice product. So one interesting story about customer and then the breadth. One of the most gratifying things for me is when I've been out and met Dodeca users in the wild. So I was on a chairlift one time in Breckenridge, Colorado. This person next to me was a store manager from Kroger in Texas. So I asked if he'd heard of Dodeca. He says, yes, I use Dodeca. So that was pretty cool. I was at a concert here in Nashville, seeing Buddy Guy. A woman sits down next to me. I strike up a conversation. She was at Kroger and a Dodeca user at Kroger. So just random people. So it was pretty interesting.
That's awesome. So you are Kscope's Titanium sponsor. When you walk in the front door, it's 600 glorious square feet of Applied OLEP.
Is it that much? I had no idea how big it is. So
I was doing math. I think it's like a 20 by 30.
Okay.
So it's either that or I've slipped a digit somewhere.
Yeah.
In terms of your Titanium sponsorship, tell us the benefits it's had for Applied OLAP, and then also tell how it benefits ODTUG.
I mean, it means we have a big presence here at the conference, right? So, which is great. We have the visibility for the company. That's really a big thing for us. Is we kind of fly under the radar on the marketing side. We're not a huge marketing-oriented company. The way that we work is we work through, getting customers, providing value to customers, and then keeping them customers. So it's much different sales model than a lot of software companies where they spend huge amounts of money on marketing. We really don't. This is kind of like our big shot for the year. So it's a different approach. It's really a different approach overall. I mean, the whole idea that we don't have to sell software to make a living. It's kind of refreshing, and our customers just get value out of the product and they love the product. Those are the people we look for.
That's awesome. Clearly, you are the top sponsor of the organization, but there are other sponsors, other vendors out there as well. It's great seeing the expanded presence this year. I think they're up over 20% from last year.
Awesome.
So anybody who feels in-person events are dead is completely wrong. Give some advice to people that are considering being a vendor, being a sponsor.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you're a vendor, you come to a place like Kscope, you get to meet people in person. It's a big difference being somebody in person rather than having somebody call you on the phone, right? So this is the place where people who are doing Application Express, people are doing EPM, the database, this is the place where they meet. I mean, this is a big difference between other conferences we go to where EPM is kind of an afterthought, especially. Here, EPM is kind of the main focus. So especially for an EPM vendor, this is the place to be.
That's awesome. One last question. This is on everyone's mind. If you had to pick between running Applied OLAP full-time, skiing full-time, flying full-time, or rock climbing full-time, what's the passion?
I can't pick between those full-time. I mean, I tried to do all of those. I'm a huge skier. I'm a huge rock climber. I love to fly. But, running my company is fun. So, I mean, I have people from high school asking me when I'm going to retire and take Social Security, and I look at them like, are you crazy? Why would I do something like that? I tell people I make way too much money for doing way too little work. That's not true, by the way. I do a lot of work.
This is the hardest working person I've ever seen, and the fact that he manages to find time to fly and rock climb and ski, I think in my mind, you've got a laptop on the chairlift.
I only work, half days. It's 12 hours.
Yeah.
But that's half the day,
6
right?
a.m. to 6 p.m. like every
No,
single
I
day.
can do any number of hours. It doesn't matter. I mean, I can work, whatever 12 hours. That's the nice thing about software.
Whatever you're doing, it keeps you young.
That's right.
So thank you, everybody. Thank you to my guest, Tim.
Thanks, Edward.
And good seeing you, my friend.
Good seeing you.